Okay, today is Tuesday, November 16th. Time for our tag. Did you wink? I didn't see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's actually Sunday, but we have a Zoom call coming up, and we still got to do our Ask Us Anything, and we're going to go to Jimmy's for dinner.
Yep.
So we got lots of things to do, and we haven't got time to babble.
Nope, no babbling.
No babbling. So, but we know we will.
More likely.
And Jimmy's soaking wet.
Soaking wet. I don't know. You can't really see.
You can't really see, but
But it is wet.
we had snow today, but it was the kind of snow
The
that
wet snow.
it melts on you. It doesn't stick to you. So, but today is Tag Tuesday, and today is a Would You Rather tag. And as always, I'm going to tag Joan at Joan's Pointed Plate, and I'm also going to tag Valerie Reese.
And Kim from A Girl in Her Phone, and Mr. Smooth.
There you go. We're starting off here. I apologize to Roy. I would like to put this out publicly because I was giving him a hard time about answering one of the questions wrong last week because I asked him if he wanted to be either Snoopy or Charlie Brown, and
Right.
he ate something. He did a completely different question. And
Roy.
I know, but it wasn't Roy's fault. You know, like I'll accept partial responsibility, not 100%. It was my fault. When I was having the server issues, I guess I sent him the wrong email. It was one of the first drafts. I sent him one of the first drafts, and so he had the wrong question. But he would pick Snoopy was his answer. But I'm sure he'll let you know this week, and he'll probably ream me a new one too because.
I would.
Yeah, you would. I know that. But anyway, so then today, Jimmy had called when he was leaving the house, and so I thought, I'll get the questions ready. And somehow I deleted the questions, and so I didn't have them anymore. So I called Joan because I'd already sent them to her, and wanted to make sure that I had the right ones. And but then she sent me the wrong ones.
Are these the right questions?
These are the right questions because she said her and Doug are doing this at the same time, so we're doing it at the same time. Whoa, spooky. I wonder if Kim is too with Mr. Smooth because Sundays is their day. I don't think he works on Sundays. He's a workaholic.
He is a workaholic.
He's a workaholic, but I don't think he does it on Sundays. But anyway, neither here nor there. We're hoping these are the right questions.
We're going to find out.
But we're going to find out. So, number one, would you rather stand in line for 3 hours to get a TV for 75% off, or stand in line for 5 minutes but only get 25% off?
Oh, I'd stand 3 hours for 75% off. Yeah.
I think I would stand in line for 75% off for 3 hours.
Yeah.
I
got a phone. I
would bring my own little lawn chair, and I'd bring my book, and then I'd move along.
What if you had to stand the whole time?
Oh, no, that's another one, standing. Well, as long as I could kind of like...
Boogie?
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, to the shopping cart?
Yeah, if I could hang on to the shopping cart, there you go. I would do that because I think we're going to need a new TV. Our TV keeps shutting off. And it's not that old. How long have we had that TV?
You've had that TV like 10 years.
Oh, I haven't had it that long. No. I know that we got it when we got back from Minnesota because my cousin Paul had one. That might have been in 16 or 17. Anyway, right now it's like last night I was watching it and it completely blacked out and went out. So I had to start it up. And my TV in my room, my little TV den, it keeps turning on all by itself. So I have to remember if I go anywhere, I got to unplug it because otherwise it'll turn on. But anyway, we both agree. 3 hours.
3 hours.
We'll go together.
Yep.
Number two, would you rather run in a turkey trot or do a polar bear plunge?
Oh.
Ooh, I'm not a runner.
I don't like cold, so looks like I'm running. I am not jumping in cold water.
Well, if I could walk, but it says run or do a polar bear plunge.
Well, if you look at all the turkey trots, everyone's not running. There's people walking.
I know, but it says would you rather run. It doesn't say would you rather be in a turkey trot.
I'd run as long as it's only like a half-mile turkey trot.
I don't know. I thought turkey trots were like
they
5K.
Were like long.
Aren't they like 5K?
Yeah.
Something like that? I would do the polar bear plunge because it's like going into Lake Huron.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, just in and out real quick. Get your heart pumping.
Well, get my heart pumping, all right?
I would do the polar bear plunge. But I would do it when I wouldn't want to do it with a lot of clothes on because you'd be really cold right away.
Don't do it at all and you don't get cold.
Yeah, but if you do the turkey trot, then you got to run.
Yeah, but at least you're warm.
Yeah, that's true. I'm still going to stick with the polar bear plunge.
I'm running.
Mm-hmm. Number three, would you rather take a nap or go for a walk after eating a large meal?
Nap all day. And I get made fun of because my naps, I believe Christy's the same way. And Samantha's the same way. Our naps are not like, she takes like, oh, I'll just take a 15, 20-minute nap.
That's what I do.
When I nap. It's like, I remember
hours.
I remember falling asleep at like noon one time, and I woke up and I was like, and it was winter time, so it gets dark fast. So I was like, oh my God, is this 6 a.m. or 6 p.m.? That was my nap.
That's not a nap. That's a sleep.
that was my nap.
No, I take a 15-minute nap every day. I can just like lay on the couch.
I do sleep every lunch. I can do this because I'm one of them rare breeds that, like, when I close my eyes, I can't count to 2 and I'm already sleeping. So
see, I fall asleep pretty quick too.
So I'm quick. So they all make fun of me at work because I spend my entire lunch napping. I get in my truck, I start it, I kick the seat back, and before I even let go of the handle, I'm already sleeping. And I have an alarm set that goes off, and 35 minutes later, I'm waking up.
No, like I said, I lay on the couch or I'll sit in a chair. I've mastered sitting in the chair and falling asleep,
Yes.
but I can do it for like 15 or 20 minutes.
I fell asleep at, we went to, what are they? It's like a science place where it's like got the dome where it shows all the stars.
Planetarium?
Yeah, so we were in one of those. And I'm into that. Don't get me wrong, I love that stuff. But I must have been tired that day, so I fell asleep. And it wasn't one of those, you're sleeping where you're just quiet. I was like, And so everyone in my row, people that didn't even know me, were laughing. And like Samantha's like, because it was like, for some reason, it was Samantha, Jamie, Alyssa, me, and then Jesse, and like she was nowhere near me, and then Samantha's like reaching over and smacking me, and I'm like, and everyone's laughing. I go, what's everyone laughing at? They're like, you're snoring. I go, I'm not even sleeping. And they're like, yeah, you are.
My biggest disappointment was the first time I ever went to a planetarium because we went to Cranbrook.
Yeah.
And
that's where it was.
Yeah, which is a nice planetarium.
Yes,
it really
it
is. But before I die, I want to go back way up north where it's really, really dark and see the stars in the sky. Like I used to be able to when I was a child before they had all these lights everywhere. You could lay in your backyard and you could see all kinds of stars in the sky.
Yeah.
You're lucky to see the North Star around here.
Oh,
Really?
I can see the stars from my house.
Well, yeah, from your house. See, I'll just have to go to Jimmy's house one
You see
time at
my
night.
house.
There you go. But I told Jim for my birthday one year, I said, because my birthday's in September, I said, if it's dark enough, I'd love to go to the planetarium to see the stars. And so he says, oh, okay. So he bought the tickets and we went, we got in there and it's just a bunch of lights on the ceiling. It's like it wasn't the sky at all. It was just like showing. I thought, this is a ripoff.
Yeah.
This is not what I had intended. But anyway, did we answer that question? Oh, I would rather, like I said, I would rather go for a walk.
Nap.
Go for a walk. Number 4, would you rather march in the Thanksgiving Day parade or run in a turkey trot in 100-degree weather?
I'll march in the parade.
I hate parades.
I love parades.
I hate parades. My kids always went to the parade though, because Jim, when we were growing up, we went every year to the parade because my mother needed that time away from the kids so she could get the Thanksgiving the meal going. Jim's family never went to the parade, according to Jim. They never went to the parade. So he always brought the kids, and the night before we'd get the boots out and the Wonder Bread wrappers so they could put their shoes on, put them into the wrappers, into their boots. And I think a couple times it snowed.
It did.
But I hated the parade. I hated it. My father, we would get there, and we'd have to be in the back because we had to make a quick getaway. I never saw Santa Claus, never, because we had to get to the car to beat the traffic. It was like I had worst parade. But I would rather.
I went until both of my kids were older. Like, I took it to the extreme, though. Like,
not as much as, you and my brother Mike.
Yeah, me and Uncle Mike, like, I was showing up at, like, 5 a.m., like, down there with scaffolding. And, like, setting it all up. And there was, like, me and, like, Uncle Mike were setting up the scaffolding. And there was, Uncle Pat was there doing it. And there was, like, just 3 of us that went every year. We just knew each other from that.
Yeah.
From just Thanksgiving. We'd be like, they'd be across the street, set up there. We all set up in our spot. We knew, okay, you're not going over there because so-and-so goes there.
Yeah.
And we'd set it up, and every year, because it was in front of storefronts, the store owners would come out and, you can't do that, you're blocking my view. And I'm like, and we'd always show up with a lot of donuts, a lot of coffee,
hot chocolate,
other stuff. and we'd offer it to all the police officers, because the police officers work for free that day.
Yeah.
Like if they're out working on the parade, they're not getting paid, they're volunteering for that. So we would always make friends with a police officer, whoever was by us, and be like, hey, we got coffee and donuts if you want, just take as much as you want. And he'd hang out by us, and we'd talk, and the store owner come out and go, they're in the way, and they'd be like, they're allowed here, back up.
The people would come and think that there was like the store put the scaffolding up.
Yeah, I'd be like, hit the road.
This is for my family.
Well, there's nobody sitting here. Well, they don't show up until 10 o'clock when it starts, because they know we get here at 5 a.m., so they're nice and warm. We're freezing, but...
Did you ever take it down afterwards?
We always take it down after, yeah.
Oh, that's right, because you needed it for the next year.
Yeah, yep.
So, anyway, I would march in the Thanksgiving Day Parade too. Number 5, would you rather run out of food before everyone is fed or be forced to throw away leftovers?
Ooh,
You wouldn't be able to eat any of the leftovers. You'd have to throw them away.
that's fine. I don't like leftovers.
It's kind of wasteful to me, but I don't,
I wouldn't want to run out, because then someone's not going to have food. So I'd say throw out the leftovers.
Yeah, when my brother-in-law Bruce passed away, when we had the wake here, we had more people than we thought.
Yes.
And family was getting pulled out of line. And they go, I
Or
haven't
when
got my
Dad's-
food yet. I haven't got my food. Get out of line.
Or when Dad's brother came for spaghetti night.
Oh, yeah, tell him that one.
Hey, he was sitting right here too, wasn't he?
Yes, he was right next to you.
So we get it. Now, me and Mom always wait till last. It's like, she's
We're
like,
always the
dinner's
last
ready, so we sit in the living room because we're not dealing with the chaos. We'll just wait
Yeah.
till everything's clear and get our plate and be done. So we're sitting in there, and we both walk in, and we look down, and there is...
I make more than enough food.
Oh, yeah, there was a ton of food. And I looked down, and I'm like, is there more spaghetti on the stove? And she's like, no, this is it. And there were like 4 masticcioli noodles and no regular spaghetti. So I'm like, well, here, you have the mustard. She's like, no. So we're arguing about who's going to eat it. So finally
I just
made-
ate the sauce.
Yeah, so she's like, I'll just have sauce. So I had 4 noodles. So I sit down and I look over, and my Uncle Tom's plate is heaped. Like, it would look like he just took the bowl and went, all right, there you go. And I'm just looking at Mom and looking at him like, I'm about to murder this guy, He better eat. I'm sitting there staring him down the whole
ate the
time.
whole
like,
thing, though.
Like, if he leaves one bit, I'm saying something. He ate the whole plate and then took bread and like sopped up the sauce.
I don't know where he put it all.
I'm
I
like,
really
you
don't.
son of a...
I used 4 pounds of pie. I made 4 pounds of spaghetti and 2 boxes of mustacholi.
Yeah, there was a lot.
There was a lot. But, and he ate every bit of it. I don't know how, but I think I would rather throw away food. I wouldn't want to, but I want to make sure everybody eats. Number 6, would you rather have a hitchhiker join your family for Thanksgiving dinner or eat Thanksgiving dinner with people you don't know?
Well, the hitchhiker's kind of creepy, so I'd say, well, the people you don't know. I'd take the hitchhiker because it's one person you don't know versus everyone.
Yeah, there's enough of us that, like that
Yeah.
hitchhiker would say, oh, we've had enough of this family.
We're out of here.
That woman at the end's got a spotlight.
Exactly.
They always tease me. I consider it conversation starts,
I consider it interrogation.
which my family would join him on that
Yes.
synopsis. But I just think I'm just getting it started.
Why are you doing that? What are you doing that? What are you doing tomorrow?
No.
Why?
No, I would just say, why did you pick that hat? I know the one time when your dad's friend Dale came to have dinner with us,
Yeah.
and he sat at the table with his hat on, and Jimmy and Danny looked at him, and then they looked at his dad, because you are not allowed to wear a hat at the table.
No.
That's just rude. You're just not allowed to wear a hat at the table. And so then we weren't going to say anything to Dale because he was a guest. So we were just going to let it go. But Jimmy and Danny were kind of seething. And then Jim just leaned over to tell Dale, he said, one of the rules of the table is you can't wear a hat. And he says, if that's all it is, and he ripped it off. His hair was everywhere. And he says, you're just going to have to put up with the ugliness of my hair. But anyway, number 7, would you rather spend the night in a pumpkin patch waiting for the great pumpkin or spend the whole night watching scary movies?
Am I allowed to fall asleep? Because scary movies bore me.
It doesn't say you can't fall asleep. I don't mind a scary movie. I don't like a slasher movie.
Yeah, no, I don't like that.
I don't like slasher movies, but scary movies don't bother me. Pumpkin patch, that would be cold.
That would be. So I'll just watch the scary movies.
I'm going to watch the scary movies. Number 8, would you rather drink sparkling cider or hot chocolate?
Hot chocolate. I
Hot
do
chocolate.
not like cider.
Hot chocolate with marshmallows on top. Oh, perfect. Number 9, would you rather pluck a turkey or peel 20 pounds of potatoes?
I'd peel 20 pounds of potatoes. You ever pluck a turkey?
No.
I have once.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Remember when JB was doing the 4-H? She had the
Oh,
turkey?
yeah,
Yep.
that's right.
Never again.
No, I would do the 20 pounds of potatoes because with the potato peeler, you can really get through this pretty quick.
Exactly.
And then I would probably have the kind of potatoes that like only half of them had the peel on it, and I tell you, it was nutritious. The peel is the healthiest part of the potato, is
It
what I would
is.
tell you. And the last one, number 10, would you rather put up Christmas decorations the day after Thanksgiving or watch Hallmark Christmas movies all day?
Well, seeing that's what I do, I would say put up Christmas decorations the day after Thanksgiving. And some days, if we get home early enough on Thanksgiving, we start then.
Oh, no, I would pick the Christmas decorations the day after Thanksgiving, but I don't usually put my Christmas decorations up until the weekend. I don't do it the day after Thanksgiving.
Oh no, that Friday, it's on.
But this year, your dad didn't even want to put it. He says, well, I don't think we're going to put, because Jim's having his surgery on his foot. He's going to have a bunion removed, and then he's getting the top of his foot shaved because he's got some kind of a bone spur or something. So he's getting that done on the 16th. So he said, well, we're not going to put Christmas decorations up this year because I won't be able to take them down. I said, I got 2 sons and a grandson. We're putting the Christmas decorations up. And I said, then first of all, the only thing you put up is the Christmas tree, and then I do all the decorating. He said, well, yeah, you're right. So we're going to do that. But then if we put the outside lights up, you're going to have to take them down.
You mean, Danny, you getting on a ladder.
Danny's not going on a ladder. You're so silly.
Yeah, exactly.
You're so silly.
Just put the lights up to the second rung. That's it. That's all you get.
He gets that from his mother. But anyway, that's hopefully the correct tag.
We're going to find out.
We're going to find out. But once again, I'm tagging Joan and Doug over at Jones Point Plate, and Steve and Valerie at Valerie Reese.
And Kim from the Girl on Her Phone. And Mr. Steve.
So thanks for watching. Like,
Comment.
you almost forgot.
And I'm just
Subscribe.
and share.
Okay, we're just in time for our Zoom. Okay, I'll talk to you guys in a bit.